I heard the other day that Bill Gates said he was going to do something to block out.
How are you doing, Nigeria's family? Welcome again to Direct TV with your brother Joshua. I'm still here with the man of God, Pastor Chris. But I want to start this video by bringing you a video from Donald Trump. He has officially said, something about the, genocide in Nigeria. I'd like you to listen to this.
Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and to report back to me. And I mean, like, immediately. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. It's not only Nigeria, it's all over. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. This is not going to happen. The killing of Christians is not going to happen.
All right, my dearest family, there you have it. You see, I actually have a video from, Prophet TV Joshua. I actually came across this, and he gave a prophecy some time ago. And I'd like you to equally listen to, what he said. All right. Of course, I'm talking about everything about the Nigeria, killing of Christians. Before, just a brief video from the man of God, Pastor Chris. Watch this.
For us that were so delusional now to think China loves you so much, with due respect, China is speaking for its own interests. Out of the 270,000 tons of rare earth oxide, rare earth metals, China mined over close to 13,000 tons from Nigeria. They are the ones shipping our rare earth metals easily away. So if America is talking about strikes in the area where China is mining their rare earth metal, you think China will just look and be saying they should come? So when we are acting like China loves us so much, China is talking about its own interest, or the EU that is talking in our house of board. You think they love you so much? EU that in this country close to 44 billion is going out. There's a particular refinery out of Rotterdam that out of Nigerian crude and everything, they make close to 9 billion. Everybody's talking about their own interest.
China has declared firm support for Nigeria's government, stating it backs the country's right to pursue her own development path suited to national conditions. In a statement on the Chinese embassy's website in Nigeria, China's foreign ministry spokesperson Mao Ning emphasized China's opposition to any country using religion and human rights as excuses to interfere in Nigeria's internal affairs. The response is against U.S. President Donald Trump's recent threats of potential military action in Nigeria over alleged persecution of Christians. China explicitly opposed threatening other countries with sanctions and force, reinforcing her position against such interventions.
On Trump's threat of military deployment in Nigeria, Mandarin, as Nigeria's comprehensive strategic partner, China firmly supports the Nigerian government in leading its people on the development path suited to its national conditions. China firmly opposes any country using religion and human rights as an excuse to interfere in other countries' internal affairs, and threatening other countries with sanctions and force.
As regards the matter of this America and Nigeria, I see a lot of skewing of narrative. This country, may God save this country. We have now turned the narrative into North versus South, which is not supposed to be. We have now done propaganda to an extent where it's now us versus them. No. Are people dying across every part of the country? Yes. Are Northerners, Southerners dying? Yes. Are Nigerians dying? Yes. Has this government done well at stopping the killings. No, they can do more. Because Trump has talked about it now, and there's been a lot. Like I've always said, we're a sovereign nation. Nobody can come in and invade our country without our say-so. We have seen security forces said, okay, we can get American support. But the question is, how can the problem end, the problem of killing? There's a popular adage from where I come from. They say a man sees a snake, a woman kills it. As long as the snake is dead. Please, let's take this matter out. And for us that we're so delusional now to think China loves you so much, with due respect, China is speaking for its own interests. Out of the 270,000 tons of rare earth oxide, rare earth metals, China mined over close to 13,000 tons from Nigeria. They are the ones shipping our rare earth metals easily away. So if America is talking about strikes, which I don't believe, which I just think Trump is bluffing largely, that's about strikes in the area where China is mining their rare earth metal, you think China will just look and be saying they should come? So when we are acting like China loves us so much, China is talking about its own interest, or the EU that is talking in our house of board, you think they love you so much? EU that in this country close to 44 billion is going out. There's a particular refinery out of Rotterdam that out of Nigerian crude and everything, they make close to 9 billion. Everybody is talking about their own interest. But when are we going to have leaders that are in the interest of Nigerians? That's the problem we've always had in this country. Because you can see other countries fighting for their own interests. We are always constantly about the interests of our politicians that steal and exploit us. So it's a very sad dilemma that we are currently facing now. And please, we should not fall for all this love here and there and all of that. But quickly, a point I really want to make that is very important is I believe the Nigerian army can stop this killing. Is it not the same that this our country is a great country? I am so proud to be a Nigerian. This was the same Nigeria that set up the ECOMOG force. Over 70% of the troop of the ECOMOG force was from Nigeria. That worked over 7 years to bring parity and peace back to Liberia and to Sierra Leone. Nigeria expended $15 billion of its money on ECOWAS. As at that time, if you adjust that money from inflation between 1991 to 1997, from 1997 to about 2001, if you adjust that $15 billion for inflation, Nigeria spent in today's money is over $30 billion to restore peace and parity to West African countries. That same country is great enough to solve its own problem. We need leadership.
If our political class are not stop their party rally, their party acrimonious campaign for the midterm and talk about Nigeria, write it down. These people will turn against the big church in Nigeria, and they will leave the common people. They will turn against what? The big church, political class. You talk of senator, you talk of governor, they will turn against them. You begin to hear this senator that is key, this governor is key, that is key, this commissioner is key. So they have to immediately now forget and cancel any rally, any campaign, and put aside whatever party you belong and come together and say, please, let's forget about party issue. Let's talk about Nigeria.
And I want our political class to notice this. If they don't put an end, because they have the solution. The solution is to forget about their political rally. PDP, APC, they should forget about everything and come together for the interest of Nigeria. If they don't do that, this is voice of God. The killing of people that matter will start. These people will now turn against them now. And this is plan that is going on now. You begin to hear this hero, this person, this person, this person. If 2-3 of them are killed, you know, that will be war. You are not talking of war because these people are common, even common people are being killed. It doesn't matter to anyone. But people that matter, people that make law happen, people that you hear their voice, you learn that something happened to them, 1 or 2, you know that's war. So before we go to that extent, and this is the plan that is going on now. So for your information, I'm seeing a land, this is a vision. Tomorrow, future, they will start killing big. Don't wait till that time. Now, party, put them aside, rally, campaign, and let us come together. It's too close to bring peace to the nation. Now, we have to forget about the political party. We should put Nigeria first and protect the nation Nigeria and discuss and agree as a Nigeria.
So finally, my dearest family, I'd like us to watch the man God, Pastor Chris. You know, I just find this statement he said very funny, and because it surprises me why some of these globalists will sit down to think of things like this. So I'd like you to just watch this funny part where the man of God actually said this about Bill Gates. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Watch this.
It's coming. Yeah, I heard the other day that Bill Gates said he was going to do something to block out the sun. Of course, he can't do it. He can't do it. It doesn't matter how many of them want to do that. They can't do that. Not while we're here. No. We have the sun. The sun is a blessing. Who wants to shade off the sun? Get into your house. You have enough shade in your house. Well, I love everything that God has made. Glory be to God. So let's put our focus on the word. Disseminate the gospel to the ends of the earth. It's our job, it's our responsibility, and nothing will distract us from it. And let's keep praying. Remember yesterday I shared with you, Jesus said we should pray. Pray always. He taught us to pray. So we have to do it. He prayed. Jesus prayed.